New at 11, Winston-Salem City Council is delaying a decision over whether to cut firefighters' benefits.
That's right. Council was supposed to vote tonight on cuts to sick and vacation time, but they pushed the decision a couple more months back. WFMY News 2 Joseph Leonard found out why.
A pause, not a fix. That's how one council member described the delay to move on voting on cutting firefighter benefits. But for now, both firefighters and city leaders say they're relieved to have more time to talk. Winston-Salem firefighters now have 7 more weeks to wait to see whether City Council will cut their benefits. Union President Perry Pernello called it a win because Council voted to separate firefighter benefit cuts from pay raises for other city employees.
There would have been no raises, across the city employees, and that's not fair. They're not lumped into this. The manager's office keeps saying it's sick and vacation accrual times for city employees, and it's not. It's for fire department employees.
Council says it's pushing for the cuts in the name of fairness, but Winston-Salem firefighters say they work 24-hour shifts, averaging 56 hours a week, much more than the 40-hour week most city employees work. But Mayor Alan Joynes says the city can't afford to keep paying for the extra benefits.
As I mentioned, creates a $4 million liability in our budget. If all the city employees demanded that same level of accrual, it'd be $22 million liability for the city.
People packed the council meeting to support firefighters. Pernello says that support means a lot, especially now as firefighter morale takes a hit.
How would you feel, if your job was, if you were underpaid, understaffed, and then now you want to cut your sick and vacation time in half? Of course they feel undervalued and not respected.
But Mayor Joynes says the city respects its firefighters and that this debate isn't about disrespect, it's about fairness.
I think equity is important, and recognizing that firefighters work an extra 40% over a person with a regular 40-hour week. And so we're proposing that they get 40% more accrual. To me, that seems fair.
The city wants to make it so firefighters accrue 40% of what they had been getting, which would put them in line with other city employees. Council members plan to revisit the proposal in August, giving both sides a chance to find common ground.